thank you for agreeing for this interview and giving us the opportunity to bring to light the workings of ACDI Argentina and celebrating the World Environment Day with us. Now, since we have so much to talk about in this limited time, we have curated certain questions that would help us navigate the interview easily. So if it's okay, can I start with my first question?
Yes, first of all, thank you. Thank you and thanks, Goodera, for supporting our NGO, for inviting us today to participate in this great initiative. My name is Victoria, as you said. I work from ACDI, that is held from an acronym for Cultural Association for Integral Development. When we say integral development, we mostly refer to social, economic, cultural, and sustainable development. So our main lines of work are environment, entrepreneurship, and education.
That's perfect. Thank you so much, Victoria. So my first question is, is there enough conversation happening about the importance of protecting the environment? What do you think about it?
I would say that conversation is not a problem nowadays, It's been decades since we began to talk about caring about the environment, global warming, and acceleration of climate change. At the moment, the issue has reached relevance globally, insistently. But what I'm trying to say is that though there is a lot of talking, maybe there is not much doing, especially from the global political and economic agenda, because they all defend positions of an apparent contradictions, between caring for the environment, economic development, or nutrition, for example. But in our organization, for example, we believe that there are no contradictions, but that it is necessary to discover those ways, to produce, to commercialize. What I'm trying to say is that in our organization, we believe that there are no contradictions, but that it is necessary to discover those ways of producing, of living, that do not leave anything or anyone outside, In this, we believe awareness and innovations are the keys. That is why at ACDI, we are dedicated to promote actions that contribute to raising awareness of this matter. We think that agroecology, for example, is a great strategy that, like as an umbrella, integrates the viable integral development, not only the economic one or the environmental care, just all together.
And Victoria, can you name some environmentally harmful habits that people should give up?
I think that most human habits nowadays are environmentally harmful. I don't think the way we change things is by taking one of them out. We need, I think, a change of mind, a cultural one, new mindset. Consumerism, for example, is not the way. Pure exploitation for economic credit either. We know that it's proven. Opposite to this, for example, is to get in touch with agroecological ways of living, with social and solidarity economy, food sovereignty. That's the way to go, I think, personally and in a sense of community. Any activity or habit that goes this way might be the way of getting started at the generated new mindset. For once, maybe talking about habits, for once, maybe it would be to changing supermarket food for natural choices, for others to reduce consumption of energy, for others reducing packaged products, compost, in garden. It's just to start with the one that makes most sense to you, and then we can start. Because when you realize, when you get aware of the importance of the things that you're doing, that is where hope is, because you want to replicate, you want to tell others about this way. You can have a good way of living, and you can take care of your environment.
Absolutely correct. And organic and consuming something that is grown and produced locally is is also a way to protect our environment by ensuring that there's no transportational pollution that's involved in the product that we consume. So yeah, and Victoria, I'd like to know how does ACDI contributes in promoting the conservation of the environment?
Okay. Yeah. ACDI have been working in Argentina and especially in the Great Gran Chaco Americano since the 1990s. Um, Maybe Cocue is the latest innovative proposal that we developed to improve the quality of life of vulnerable rural populations. Cocue is named, it's in a Guarani language. It means vegetable garden because we designed a mobile application that offers assistance for the management and monitoring of sustainable agroecological vegetable gardens. Is available for download since February 2021 and is compatible with Android system. We made that choice because the system, Android is the system that prevails among the populations of these rural communities. And what it was really useful was that once you've downloaded the application, most of the contents and functions are available offline. This is fundamental because in the Gran Chaco Americano, sometimes internet is not in day-to-day basis. We had a great experience with this combining, agroecology and mitigation of climate change and technology with this mobile application. For example, I don't know, Cocue provides specific agroecology techniques and tools that allow the producers to generate resilient gardens in difficult contexts. Since they receive, for example, through the app, a climate alert, a calendar of planting and harvesting, notifications and recommendations on crop association or rotations, tips on how to organize the garden, to make bio-preparations, to control unwanted insects, for example, and also with nutrition, healthy recipes to cook with this production, And what was really good to experience, it was with a new community section where you can interact with other persons that are in the application, and it works as to ask and answer, and also as a market, for example, to offer your products or your seeds. As you can see, we believe that technology should be an ally of the care of the environment, and it is why we enhance the use of this Cocue application in the communities. We have a team of agroecological promoters in territory in every community working for a long 10 months, more or less. We acquired to start like 500 agroecological gardens in 7 Argentinian provinces and also in Bolivia and Paraguay as well. It was a great experience. All of this was possible because it was financed. We won a small grant from the German Federal Ministry of Environmental, Nature Conservation and Nuclear Safety. And it was great to have the opportunity, to develop this tool, to work with the community, and results were really good.
Listening to all of that, Victoria, is really making me very happy, knowing that our future, the future of our environment is in good hands. And yes, combining environmental conservation with technology is something that can really boost up and help the humanity. So, Victoria, how has the environmental awareness changed over the past few years, according to you?
Maybe, as I said at the beginning, for example, ACDI works with integral development Today, more and more of us understand that development is not synonym with economic growth or Reddit only. That is just a part of it. We think that the social, the global, the cultural, along with the production and economy spheres, and above all, sustainability are key in a territorial development, in a development with perspective of equality and equity. I think as humanity, we are starting to understand this, and this is really, it gives me a lot of hope, in the day-to-day practices, as I said, you can see more awareness, especially in the new generations, maybe like my brother, for example. I don't know, they are growing with this topic in their day-to-day lives, and even if in their families or communities do not have consciousness or good practices related to environment, maybe, I don't know, globalization, internet, or group of equals make this information available for them, and they are they allow us to start this way. I have a lot of faith in new generations. I started with my brother, as I was saying.
Yes, absolutely correct. And like you said, awareness is the most important thing, and the reason why the generations that's coming after us is so much aware is because of the information flow that's happening, and they're more prone to the information that's out there, the sea of information. And
absolutely, yes. I said this that we are talking and not doing, but really to talk about this, being here today, to have this type of initiatives, of course it works. What I was trying to say is that maybe we have to keep trying and to make it better, because we have just one world.
I wouldn't argue on that. That's a complete fact, and we have to make sure that this one world that we got is in the safe hands. So Victoria, like you mentioned that awareness is more nowadays in people. So considering that, are there any best ways for the people to authentically work for this cause?
I don't know. For example, from ACDI, we work in doing with others projects. I think like NGOs and institutions, private or publicly, this is the most important thing. It's not that I have an idea and I put it in a community and it has to work, not that kind of work, but this work with others, with other NGOs, with other institutions, but especially here, beneficiaries, here, the people from the communities, work with them. I think they have a lot of knowledge, and a great part of starting to change this sometimes is to hear them. Here in Argentina, we talk about the Pachamama. It's the mother nature. We have to hear it, we have to learn from the ancients. We have some Aborigine cultures here as well, and I think that there is no recipe. You could start like with fighting for the cause and participating in movements or projects that raise awareness. And what we do as individuals or in our context as well, start asking, me in my house, me and my family, how are our consumptions, and have an integral look. The canned food, for example, where does it come from? How much did it really cost to produce it, with the production, the logistic, the environment, the work conditions even of the employees of the factory? How long will it take to degrade this plastic or this can? I don't know, read the ingredients. What am I feeding my body? This is the awareness that we need, The recommendation for me is to start where it makes sense to you, even if it's just starting to observe your day-to-day habits. That works as any other practice that you can do. Then you can start recycling, reducing, making a lot of activities. But firstly, start looking in your day-to-day life.
Yes, absolutely correct. And we start looking at your day-to-day life and be mindful of the habits that you have. Yes,
Yeah.
you rightly mentioned that, Victoria, and thank you for shedding so much light on the World Environment Day and how can we as an individual help and contribute in protecting our Mother Earth, like you mentioned. So thank you so much for agreeing for this interview, Victoria.
Thank you so much, Abrisha, really, for the opportunity. It was great having this conversation with you. I don't know, I just think that we are many trying to do this work. It's good that we get together and keep on this way. And I'm sure that more and more people will start this path with us as well. Thank you so
Yes.
much.